dogs are so cute.
Thanks.
Dog's got sunglasses on.
Dogs.
You ready to go?
Y'all ready to ride a horse?
Time to go.
Karen.
I heard that you've been having some trouble finding your place in the world. I know how much that hurts, but if you need a friend, then please just say the word.
Killing dogs back over there.
Did you see anything up that way when y'all walked up that
I was
way?
videoing for a
It was
reason.
mainly
and,
the same stuff.
We're on a carriage with a horse or a mule. One of the two.
How are y'all doing today?
We ready?
We ready.
Yeah. You're a pretty horse. He hit my buggy. And I started talking to him and talked to him a while, and then he quit hitting me.
that man over there with the statue he was standing still.
What is he doing with his mouth?
I don't know. You're a pretty horse, you know it. A while ago, he'd shake his head.
Between a horse and a donkey, where mom was the horse. Hear me? I'm sorry. Yes, where mom was the horse and dad the donkey. That's where he inherited his big ears from. His dad. Okay? I'm gonna try to speak as loudly as I can without busting your ear. All right. Huh?
I can swap with you.
Y'all want one? No, meaning like no, from artillery. Like all presidents have one. All right, moving out. All right, good job.
Please don't get Cosmo bugs.
Go ahead. Laws, we just have suggestions. Cosmo is making a suggestion right now, going through the red light. Get him, Cosmo, get him. All right, we just left from Jackson Square. Jackson Square is named for Major General Andrew Jackson, who helped fight the Battle of New Orleans in 1815. Not all by himself, though. It was a ragtag group of, so-called troops at the time. Mixture of Creoles, slaves, or free persons of color, and also Native Americans and some volunteers from Tennessee, and of course a contingent of army that was left over from being routed by the British on the East Coast. 12,000 British troops that were coming on, and they thought they were going to do a sneak attack. That was over in Chalmette, Louisiana. Now, you guys may have passed it coming in. The signs for the battlefield coming
Right,
in.
we did.
Yeah, that's where it actually happened, and that's about maybe 7 miles away from the city, right here. All right. So last year was our tricentennial. Prior to the city being founded here, the French had colonies that were in Mobile as well as Biloxi. All right, so they would almost hop along the shore until they found this big, marvelous river that we call the Mississippi. The Native Americans referred to it as the Michichipi River. And of course, the French called it Mississippi. So that's how it got its name later on, the name it still has today. Now, over to the left is Jack's Brewery, just as it says on the sign, where the parking sign is, Jack's Brewery. That's known, well, first it's named for Major General Andrew Jackson as well, but the beer was about as tough as him. This road, in fact, bends, which is the reason why we're called the Crescent City. The area where the British thought they had discovered first is called English Turn because the French bluffed them into leaving. They made them think that there were more French here when there really wasn't. So it's called English Turn there. All right. Now we are on ourselves, and we are on St. Louis Street. Now St. Louis Street is where Johnny's Po' Boys is, and also the New Orleans School of Cooking. The Po' Boy sandwich got its name, however, in 1925 from two brothers. They were the Martin brothers, and they were servicing some Irish, the Irish that were here, and they were having strikes at the time. So they didn't have any food, so they started giving them sandwiches for free that were made with just the leavings of potatoes, gravy, and mayonnaise. And French bread that was actually made by Germans. Still is today. And they started calling them Po' Boy sandwiches because they were given for free to the men that were striking. So, and the sandwich was pretty meager itself. So thus it got the name Po' Boy. And every sandwich thereafter that had a lot of fixings on it that just fell off were called Po' Boys. All right. Pierre Maspero's restaurant, you'll notice it's more of a Spanish colonial style building. Over to the left. This building, first of all, great food there at a reasonable price. And it was where Andrew Jackson and Jean Lafitte discussed battle plans to defend New Orleans. Directly across the street is the Louisiana State Supreme Court building. That building was established in 1909. Right. Now you'll notice that it looks out of place from everywhere else. And over to the right now is the Napoleon House. The Napoleon House was established there in 1797. Now, the reason why they call it the Napoleon House is because Napoleon Bonaparte was supposed to live there, but he never did. He died before he could make it there. So that still makes it the Napoleon House.
That's pretty cool. That was going to be Napoleon's
All right, speaking of
house.
dying, a lot of people died here. At the pharmacy. All right? Yes, the pharmacy. This is the Pharmacy Museum today. The bodies aren't there, but maybe the ghosts are. I don't know. But sometimes you can take tours in there. Some of them can be self-guided tours or guided tours, and you would be able to see the different medicines that were used back in the 1800s. And yeah, don't use it. All right. The street is now, which is the first street within the French Quarter, and they used to be two-way streets for the mule and horse-drawn buggy at the time. So that meant Decatur Street, that's a two-way street today, was a four-way street at one time. Yes, based on artists' renditions. Okay, they would show four-way traffic, so it was like a super highway back then.
Right.
All right. So today you'll notice the wrought iron and cast iron. Well, these are mostly cast iron railings that we're passing right now. And over to the left is Jamie Hayes' gallery. This is where it's also called the Boston House. This is the home that first caught on fire back in 1788. There were 70 candles, 70 candles being burned at the time here. But why? Well, because they were celebrating Good Friday. It wasn't such a Good Friday for New Orleans because 856 buildings there downtown. I don't have 100. Today they are in brick and stucco. Some of them are made to look like brick and stucco. As you can see, those, that's actually wood right there. Okay? But sometimes they would stucco even over the wood. Alright. Let's see. If I let him go, he can turn. Okay, so we are directly behind the square. There is the cathedral. Directly behind the square, that's the St. Louis Cathedral. The square itself is the focal point of the French Quarter. Now, I haven't visited Disneyland yet. That's the great thing. That's the beauty of YouTube. You can go places virtually now. All right? And when I was looking at video of YouTube, because I wanted to see where the magic. You still hear me with all the? Okay, yeah. So I wanted to see where the Magic Kingdom got its idea, and it looks like they said Fort Collins, Colorado. But if you look at it, a lot of it looks a little bit, especially if you go down Main Street, USA. You'll see a lot of it looks like here, like a miniature version of here. And you'll see Magic Kingdom in the background that looks like the St. Louis Cathedral. 1850. That was the golden age of New Orleans at the time, because we were the fourth largest port in the United States after New York, Baltimore, and Charleston, South Carolina. All right. So it was a lot of things being traded there. Things and people, human capital. Right here is Royal Street. Royal Street is where the art gallery and the painting shops are. All right. Going back to this. Oh, come on. That's not necessary. And the street that we're traveling on is St. Peter's Street. You'll find that a lot of our streets are named for saints here. And it's because at least 3 of the streets were named for Louis XIV's illegitimate children. Yeah, so that would have been Cantal, Toulouse, and Dumaine. Yes, the Duke of Maine, short for the Duke of Maine. Yeah, so at the time, the colonialists, they were naming most of the streets. Oh, I'm missing a few things here, which is Pat O'Brien's, yes, where the hurricane drink is served. Oh, okay, and most people like hurricane. There it is. So, Pat O'Brien's, it's called the hurricane drink because of the glass that it served in. The glass was supposed to be a lampshade from the hurricane lamp. All right, so it's a huge glass. But when you drink a couple of those, it makes it look like a hurricane hit you. And then right here is Preservation Hall. They have concerts every now and then, starting at 5 o'clock up until 10. They take a break at 7 o'clock. And it was first here in 1963, where you could hear a lot of jazz bands play each night. Now, we're coming to the 3rd street within the French Quarter. Now, this would be the 3rd out of 6 width-wise. Now, this is the biggest outpatient clinic that you'll probably ever see. We call it Bourbon Street. All right. So we're going to turn right here. Yes, on Bourbon Street. All right. Turning out. A lot of American Idol contestants are in there each night. Yes. Yes. They can't sing, but it's a good time. Everyone's a superstar after about 5 drinks. Okay. And over to our right is Johnny White's Hole in the Wall bar. It's been there. Even opened during Hurricane Katrina, where there was not any flooding that took place here in New Orleans. Quite a few places were closed at the time. And we're going past Tropical Isle, where they serve hand grenades, which have been popular since 1984. Yeah, you can edit that out. I didn't say it. All right. So, as we continue on, all right, we're going past, we just went past Bourbon Street, and we'll see quite a few. Yeah, that's the noisiest street in the French Quarter.
You're kidding.
And we'll see most of the homes here. Now, a lot of these have been retouched a couple of time, so they've been restored. And you'll see the basic homes that we have here are either shotgun homes, Creole cottages, and also corner homes. Yeah, so a Creole cottage would be this next home. Creole cottages always had the steep roofs here and the dormers up top. All right, or the French say "glonia." All right, that were up top.
Okay.
Those were extra rooms. The shotgun home is this one that's being restored. Right here. Yes, this is a shotgun. They typically have the living room in front, 3 other rooms typically behind it, and the kitchen all the way to the back. So it said that if you shoot through the front door, the bullet goes straight through. But sometimes you could actually go through everyone's room. Good thing about it, it's economic. Bad thing, no one gets any privacy. Right? Because, there are no doors that close for each of the rooms. It's designed for air to just flow through it.
Small
Like a
spaces,
beautiful
too.
day like today. All right. Now, those were typically established by free persons of color. Now, we had a caste system here. It was more so of the servants or slaves. They were called captives before they hit shore. Then they became enslaved, or they would indenture themselves. Like some of us today, we're a little bit indentured. If you have a credit card debt in the French Quarter. Other places in New Orleans, such as the Garden District, that for the 1700s. Now on Sundays, a lot of these slaves or the free persons of color were allowed to kind of let their hair down in Congo Square. Why is that? Well, because of this boundary between